Hey everyone, I am with Ann McGraw, who's the Senior Manager of Customer Experience for Nissan North America. I had the pleasure of listening to her speak today, and boy, she is just thinking on some new levels around social media. So, Ann, first, if you could tell our audience, I love the story you told today about your management's aha moment with social media.
Sure. We have been dabbling in social media moderation and response for a long time, but it was very informal, just ad hoc, and we were finally able to show some very concrete examples once we started looking for them of lost sales opportunities due to social media. And being able to put up on a screen that someone's tweet, if they go on a rant on Twitter, actually caused someone else to stand up out of a dealership when they were about to sign paperwork and walk out the door because they were doubting their purchase decision.
Oh my gosh.
Really brought it to life. And
wow.
It was the first time I've ever seen executives not ask a single question about how much money do you need or how long will this take or what's the ROI. They literally just said, go do what you have to do.
Wow. Well, that's, that's the shortcut to get to where you need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, now tell us a little bit about working in a very conservative and litigious environment. I mean, this is hard work you have to do, working through social media when things are going to be scrutinized and there could be some legal ramifications for what you do.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's it's high risk what we're doing because it's a very public, very conservative company that usually when you're putting out any sort of public response, it goes through 50 rounds of approvals that can take a week. Social media, being able to get permission to respond in the moments in real time, set what those parameters were. No one was happy about it, and that's why it took us so long to be able to get really everybody on board with us doing this. You make one wrong comment about a potential recall or a safety issue, and it's a lawsuit.
Wow.
And it affects sales and ownership, so it's very visible, very high profile within our company, and it's very much we have the trust of the executives that we're literally representing the company.
Yeah. How did you get the legal team on board? I mean, was there any tips, any insights that you can talk about?
What we really had to do was make the case that it's not that different from a call center employee. And legal teams have long since become comfortable with call center employees hired off the street, not very trained in big corporate business, talking to our customers every single day. This is not that different. Mm-hmm. In theory, anybody could be recording a call and publishing that on YouTube, which has happened to us.
Oh, wow.
And social media is not that different.
Yeah.
And so if our promise was that our social media reps would go through the same stringent legal and PR training that call center goes to, but also that we had a second set of eyes on anything that goes out the door. We have a kind of peer-to-peer check, and we have very, very tight ties within the organization to run things by. If it's even a question, we run it by people, and they respond quickly because they know it's in social.
Nissan has been a real leader in enterprise social media, listening, response, customer service. What are you thinking about next? What has you excited about this field?
Really, I'm most excited about using all the interactions that we're having and all the monitoring that we're doing as a social data intelligence source. So it's been very reactive up until this point. It's really a one-on-one kind of mechanism, but using all of that aggregated data to fix the original issues. So I see, there's all this noise taking place and all this information that we're getting, and being able to do something useful with it and actually solve issues before they escalate.
Interesting.
Yeah, we see ourselves as being that leading indicator for product quality issues, potential PR or marketing flare-ups, but even that is secondary.
I think you mentioned in your presentation that you can pick up trends 4 to 6 weeks.
In some cases.
Yeah, before you see that through traditional channels.
So we may see it through traditional channels at the same time, but because it's so disparate, it's hard for people to connect the dots on the other channels. Whereas with social media, our team is literally all sitting together.
Wow.
And it's very easy for them to turn to each other and say, have you heard of this before? Whereas in a call center, there's hundreds of people all over the place.
You get to the signal and past the noise a little quicker, maybe.
Yeah, it's been our experience, and it's really proven true that what we see coming through social first, we then can back it up and say this is coming down the line and this is going to be big.
Wow, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Well, Ann, thanks so much for spending time with us today. And if people want to connect with you on the web, how will they find you? Where should they go?
The best place is probably Twitter. It's @ABMcGraw, or I'm on LinkedIn if you want to find me that way.
Thanks, Ann.